When it comes to portrait photography, you really don't need to know too much. It's not super technical and you definitely do not have to be a pro photographer. It really just comes down to these three main things. Number one is your lighting, number two is knowing how to pose your model, and number three is knowing how to use your surroundings. So by the end of this video, you're going to learn how to take some clean, professional looking portraits, even when it's a grey, miserable day. So these photos that you're seeing now are from a photo shoot that I did a couple weeks ago here in the Netherlands. And it's currently spring, so that's why all the flowers and trees are blossoming. And I wanted to do a shoot incorporating these cherry blossoms with a model who is wearing a white dress. So when choosing a model, it's really important to think about the vibe of the shoot that you want, whether you want it to be fun, happy, or sad, and mysterious, and then find a model whose vibe suits that. It's going to really help tell the story of your photos. So the first location here, we found some nice white blossoms, and the way that we found this was actually just by driving around. When we're shooting portraits, we often forget about the importance of the background, and it's super important because if it's a white background and the model's got black hair, like in this photo, you're going to get that nice contrast and the model's really going to pop out against the backdrop. Now, another tip I used here is movement. So when you're shooting a model, it can sometimes get boring if the model is just standing straight and looking straight through the camera. So I often tell the model to either like put a hand up, to move to the side, look over your shoulder. Like all these little verbal cues are going to encourage movement in the model and then also encourage more diversity within your photos. All right, so lighting. What makes for good lighting in portraits? Now, ultimately, it depends on the style of shoot that you want. But sometimes you don't get to choose your lighting. So, like today, we had a grey, cloudy day. Now, you might think that it's going to result in boring photos, but you can actually use it to your advantage. When you have direct sunlight hitting the model's face on a bright and sunny day, it can be too harsh and it can kind of ruin the photo. But what the clouds do is they act like a big diffuser, which means that as the light shines through the clouds, it's going to soften it and then soften the light on the model's face, which helps with getting right skin tones and keeping the skin texture really nice and soft. Now let's talk about sharpness for a second. When you're wanting to shoot a sharp portrait, you want to use a certain shutter speed to get that. So if your shutter speed's too low, the image is going to look a bit more soft. So if you use something like 1/250th of a second or higher, the image is just going to look a lot sharper compared to a slower shutter speed. Now when it comes to getting depth in your portraits, this ultimately comes down to your choice of lenses. So you can either go for a zoom lens that could be from like a 70mm to a 200, or you can go for a prime lens that has an aperture that's really low, like 1.4. And that's what I used in this shoot here. I used a Sigma 35mm f1.4. So when your aperture is really low, that means that only one part of the image is going to be in focus and the rest is going to have that nice bokeh blurry background. Now, the problem with shooting at 1.4 is because it's such a shallow depth of field, the model's eye might be super sharp and in focus, but her nose will be out of focus. So if you're wanting to get the whole face in focus, I would recommend using an aperture of around f4 or higher, just so you can get the whole face in focus, whilst also getting a nice bit of blur in the backdrop. So the combination of having good lighting, having the model looking into the camera as well, and also having a higher shutter speed is going to result in having sharp images. Let me know if you've been in this situation. You wanted to go shoot a model, but then the next thought you have is, I don't know what I'm going to say to the model when I meet up with them. Like, how do I tell them where to stand, where to look, what to do? That's what I want to talk to you about now. How to direct and pose a model. I'm going to keep this super simple. The first one is chin up or chin down. So when you tell the model to put their chin up, that's going to make them look more powerful and assertive. And when you tell them to put the chin down, it's going to make them look a bit more seductive and mysterious. Another really good one is to get the model to angle their body in a different way. So instead of having them straight looking towards the camera like this, you can say like maybe go to your side like this and then like looking over your shoulder and to the other side, looking up, looking down. Just giving them these little directions like this can really help tell a different story in the image.
If you just drop your hand down. Nice, looking at me. Cool.
The main thing when it comes to all of this, you don't have to know exactly what to say. It's just about keeping the vibes positive on the shoot. And some things that I like to say to keep the vibe positive are, yeah, this looks awesome. Yeah, great work. This is looking sick, beautiful, great. You just want to remind the model that they're doing a great job, because a confident model is going to result in better photos. When it comes to finding locations for your next portrait shoot, how do you do it? Well, the way that I find my locations for portrait shoots is just when I'm going around on my day-to-day life, and I'll just be walking somewhere or driving somewhere, and I'll go, whoa, that place looks like a good photo shoot location. And I'll just either pull over in my car or hand it to my girlfriend and say, quickly save that location. Save the location on your Google Maps, label it as cool portrait location or cool street photography or whatever the photo shoot you're doing is. When you're going about your day-to-day life, just save it on Google Maps and use it for your next portrait shoot. The next way that I like to find locations is by actually asking other photographers for help. Let's say, for example, I want to do a portrait shoot in Amsterdam. I'll find a photographer in Amsterdam who does portrait photography, and I'll send them a message. I'll be like, hey, where's this location? I'm doing a shoot. It'd be really awesome if you could share that with me. Thanks. It doesn't always have to be complicated. It can just be as simple as sending someone a DM on Instagram. So if I had to choose a favorite photo from this photo shoot, it would be this one here. There's a couple of reasons why I really like it. And first of all, we have the model Gabriella, and she's looking straight into the lens. I really like that because it draws the viewer into the image. It creates this sense of connection. Like we talked about at the start, we have that soft lighting on the model's face. The model's looking into the lens. I also use these purple bushes here to frame Gabriella's head so that it's not contrasting against the messy trees that are just above these purple bushes. This helps her stand out in the frame instead of getting lost in a messy background. So using the combination of a high shutter speed, having the model looking into the lens, and framing them properly within the background enabled me to get a really good portrait that I'm proud of. Now when it comes to editing your portraits, the way that I edited mine are using my Lightroom presets from my Travel Tone preset pack, which I just launched today. So if you want to grab that, it's in the description below. It comes with 5 Lightroom presets. I designed these presets to give a soft and also a moody vibe to your images. So if that's something that you like, you can go and check them out in the description below. So now it's up to you. I challenge you to actually use the tips that you've learned in this video, go out and do a portrait shoot, and if you do, tag me on Instagram at 7th Era, because I'd love to see the portraits that you get. That's all from me today. I'll catch you in the next one.